Camilla's meltdown after Prince Louis inherits Diana's secret fortune. Princess Diana's grandchildren stand as living reminders of her legacy, even though she died tragically at age 36 on August 31st, 1997. Her estate planning ensured that Prince William and Prince Harry each got about $10 million on their 25th birthdays. Recent news about Prince Louis receiving a secret fortune from his grandmother has created some tension in the royal family. Diana never got to meet her grandchildren, but her impact still shapes how the royal family interacts today. She and Prince Charles had 2 sons who gave her 5 grandchildren. Royal sources say Diana's personal wealth included a stunning jewelry collection that her grandchildren might receive one day. Kate Middleton was set to receive $110 million worth of jewelry from Queen Elizabeth II's personal collection of 300 pieces. Queen Elizabeth II's 70-year reign ended with her death in 2022 at age 96. Diana's estate continues to stir up emotions in the royal household, especially when Camilla learned about Louis's inheritance and reacted strongly to the news. Prince Louis reportedly inherits Diana's secret fortune. Royal sources say Prince Louis, Prince William, and Kate Middleton's youngest child might be getting a big inheritance from his grandmother, Princess Diana. This news has sent shockwaves through the royal family. The symbolic weight of Diana's legacy passing to grandchildren she never met makes the story even more poignant. Rumors spark after royal insiders leak inheritance details. Palace insiders have leaked information that Princess Diana made special plans in her will to benefit her future grandchildren. Sources say Prince Louis will get much of what they're calling Diana's secret fortune. The speculation began when several royal correspondents received tips from sources claiming to have knowledge of Diana's estate planning, says a former royal staff member who asked to stay anonymous. These rumors suggest Diana had set up a trust that would activate once her grandchildren reached certain ages. The timing of these revelations has people talking. The news comes as Prince Louis makes more public appearances where many see his spirited personality matching his grandmother's independent nature. Palace officials haven't said much about these claims. They won't confirm or deny the reports. The Prince and Princess of Wales's team won't comment on what they call private family matters. All the same, royal fans on social media can't stop talking about this inheritance. They wonder if Diana would have picked Louis over his siblings or cousins. Some guess this choice might link to Louis being the 3rd child, just like Diana was in her family. What is known about Diana's private estate? Diana left behind a substantial estate worth about $21 million when she died in 1997. After taxes, this dropped to around $13 million. We divided this mainly between her 2 sons. Diana wrote her original will in 1993 and changed it in 1996 after divorcing Prince Charles. The document gave 75% of her personal belongings to William and Harry. Her 17 godchildren shared the remaining 25%. Diana's wealth came mostly from her divorce settlement with Prince Charles, about $17 million. This included one big payment, plus yearly amounts to run her offices and pay staff. Her personal items included an extensive jewelry collection with royal family gifts and her own purchases, designer clothing and accessories, personal investments, and savings. Various gifts from her time as a royal. Diana left a letter of wishes telling her trustees how to share her personal items. She wrote, "I would like you to divide my personal chattels at your discretion between my sons and my godchildren, the division being 3/4 to my sons and 1/4 to my godchildren." Legal experts say Diana's will might have hidden trusts nobody knows about yet. High net worth individuals often establish separate trusts with specific instructions that may not become apparent until certain conditions are met. A royal estate specialist explains, Louis might have inherited through a special arrangement Diana made before she died. She might have left instructions about future grandchildren she hoped to have. This story fascinates people because Diana never met her grandchildren. She passed away years before they were born. Any provisions she made came from her hopes for future grandchildren rather than knowing them personally. Royal finances stay very private, so we might wait a while to learn if Prince Louis really got this inheritance. Right now, people keep guessing about how Diana's influence shapes the royal family, even 25 years after she died. Camilla allegedly reacts with fury over inheritance news. Royal circles received shocking news about Prince Louis's alleged inheritance of Diana's secret fortune. Queen Camilla expressed outrage behind palace walls. This inheritance revelation has brought back old wounds and created new tensions in the royal family. Queen Camilla feels pushed aside. Palace insiders say Queen Camilla felt stunned by the size of the inheritance after learning about Louis's reported windfall. Palace sources describe her emotional reaction stemming from worries about her declining influence in the royal family. Camilla was celebrating a hollow victory, a palace insider revealed. While she focused on winning public acceptance, Prince William quietly and systematically made sure her crown would be powerless. She now feels pushed to the sidelines after years of work to secure her place in the monarchy. Sources close to the situation say Camilla told her aides, "I thought we were past this. I thought we were family." These words show her disappointment that the royal family's complete acceptance remains out of reach even after marrying King Charles. This isn't the first time Camilla felt ignored regarding royal inheritance matters. She previously voiced frustration about Charles's decision to leave his assets to Prince William. She argued that her children deserve consideration under British inheritance laws. The Queen Consort sees this latest development with Diana's estate as another example of her family's exclusion from royal inheritances. Camilla's reaction grew stronger after learning the inheritance might shape future royal family dynamics. Diana's legacy might overshadow her more. Louis's growing age could reduce her authority. William continues to quietly limit her influence. Old tensions surface again in the royal household. The inheritance dispute has sparked old tensions between Camilla and Diana's memory. Diana's presence still influences the royal family through her grandchildren, despite decades since her death. A royal expert notes, Camilla's position within the monarchy has always been one of delicate balance, and Charlotte's inheritance could shift those dynamics. This observation applies to Louis's reported inheritance too, creating what insiders call a complex emotional situation for the Queen Consort. The current situation mirrors previous conflicts. One source reports, Camilla Parker Bowles knows that William doesn't see her in a good light. The relationship between them has never been close, and according to close sources, the Queen believes that as soon as he ascends to the throne, he will try to reduce her influence within the royal family. William's approach makes Camilla's position particularly tough. William's genius lies in his restraint. He doesn't need to throw tantrums or make speeches. He just exercises his power quietly, efficiently, devastatingly. His calculated approach leaves Camilla few options to voice her concerns without seeming petty. King Charles and Queen Camilla's relationship has also become strained. Sources say that Charles privately mentors Princess Catherine with Queen lessons to prepare her for her future role alongside William. These preparations for future leadership have left Camilla feeling more isolated. News about an inheritance has turned into a complex power struggle within the royal family. When William excludes Camilla's family from events, he's not being petty. He's maintaining royal standards. Every devastating blow comes wrapped in perfectly reasonable justification. Diana's legacy shapes royal dynamics, even decades after her death. Her estate's allocation to her grandchildren, particularly Prince Louis, reminds everyone of her lasting effect on the monarchy and the complex emotions she left behind. What was Princess Diana's secret fortune? Princess Diana's estate shapes royal family dynamics today, decades after her death. Her wealth stood apart from typical royal fortunes tied to crown holdings. This personal financial legacy would reach her grandchildren through her sons. Breakdown of Diana's estate at the time of her death. Diana's estate reached $31.5 million in 1997. The bulk of this wealth came from her divorce settlement with Prince Charles just a year before her tragic Paris accident. She received $22.5 million as a lump sum plus yearly allowances. Her personal wealth consisted of a vast jewelry collection with royal gifts and personal purchases, designer clothing and accessories worth substantial auction value, investment portfolios and savings accounts, property interests, and valuable personal items. Gifts she received as a royal family member. The estate's value dropped to $13 million, $17 million, after taxes becoming her son's inheritance. Yet its true worth went beyond money. The sentimental items, especially jewelry with family history, created lasting connections between Diana and grandchildren she never knew. Her estate included belongings at Kensington Palace, her royal home after separating from Prince Charles. These items held deep emotional value for William and Harry, who spent their childhood years there. Diana's financial advisors managed her various investments. These investments aimed for long-term growth to benefit future generations, including Prince Louis and his siblings. How her will was structured for her sons. Diana signed her will on June 1st, 1993, and changed it through a codicil in 1996 after her divorce. The document split 75% of her personal possessions between William and Harry. The remaining 25% went to her 17 godchildren. She planned her estate through a trust structure. Her sons would receive their inheritance at age 25. The executors changed this after her death. The princes had to wait until they turned 30 for full access. William and Harry each got about $10 million, $13 million at age 30. This inheritance gave them rare financial independence among royals who usually depend on crown estates and allowances. Diana left a letter of wishes with her will to express her personal desires. This letter asked trustees to split her personal chattels between her sons and godchildren. 3/4 would go to William and Harry, 1/4 to her godchildren. Legal experts believe Diana's estate planning included future generations. Royal wealth usually follows strict protocols. Diana's personal fortune could flow according to her wishes, possibly through trusts for unborn grandchildren. The will's structure showed Diana's independent spirit. She wanted to care for her family beyond royal traditions. Her planning let grandchildren like Prince Louis benefit directly from her estate, proving her thoughtful approach to family legacy. How inheritance laws apply to royal grandchildren. Royal inheritance rules work quite differently from those that apply to regular citizens. The British monarchy's legal system has evolved through centuries. This complex system determines how assets move between generations. Legal framework for royal inheritance. British royal inheritance builds on constitutional developments from the 17th century. The Bill of Rights, 1689, and Act of Settlement, 1701, serve as its foundation. These historic documents gave Parliament the power to determine throne succession and set conditions for monarchs. Male preference primogeniture, used to govern royal succession. This meant younger sons could take precedence over older daughters in succession. The Succession to the Crown Act, 2013, changed this centuries-old practice. This groundbreaking law brought in gender-neutral primogeniture, which made birth order the deciding factor for succession after October 28, 2011. Royal grandchildren's inheritance follows these essential principles. Only legitimate Protestant descendants of Sophia Electress of Hanover James III's granddaughter can succeed to the throne. Children born out of wedlock and adopted children can't succeed to the throne. The crown can't go to a Roman Catholic, though the 2013 Act allows marriage to Roman Catholics. The sovereign must protect the Church of England and the Church of Scotland. Private inheritance works differently from throne succession. Royal family members follow standard British inheritance laws for personal assets. Monarchs usually set up trust funds for younger children who don't get guaranteed income from major titles. The monarch's grandchildren often receive benefits from trust funds created for their education and expenses. These trusts provide steady income instead of large one-time payments. This helps them stay financially independent without becoming too wealthy. Why Prince Louis may be a beneficiary. Prince Louis might inherit from Princess Diana based on several factors in royal inheritance rules. Diana set up trust funds for her sons, which creates a path for her grandchildren to benefit from her estate. Royal experts believe Diana might have included provisions for future grandchildren in her trusts, even those not born when she wrote her will. This matches Diana's well-known focus on family legacy. Louis's position as William's third child reflects Diana's own place as her family's third child. Royal watchers see this as meaningful. Inheritance patterns often help younger children who won't get the main royal titles and estates. British monarchs build wealth for future sovereigns to keep the monarchy financially stable. William will become Duke of Cornwall and receive substantial duchy income. Louis, as a younger son, needs extra financial support. Louis might receive the Duke of York title someday, which usually goes to the monarch's second son. Only male heirs can inherit this dukedom, and it returns to the crown without an eligible male successor. Prince Andrew holds this title now, but can't pass it to his daughters. The Duke of Cambridge title could also go to Louis if George becomes Prince of Wales early. Some call this dukedom unlucky because of its troubled past since Charles II's time. Yet it remains one of few available titles for royal sons. Louis stands fourth in line to the British throne after his father William and siblings George and Charlotte. Any inheritance from Diana would add to not replace his royal position. Why Prince Louis and not George or Charlotte? Royal watchers can't stop talking about the mystery of Prince Louis's rumored inheritance. Many wonder why Diana's fortune would skip Prince George and Princess Charlotte to benefit William and Kate's youngest child. Diana's personal wishes. Diana's estate planning showed her independent spirit that broke from royal traditions. Her letter of wishes directed 3/4 of her personal belongings to William and Harry, while 1/4 went to her 17 godchildren. This shows how she wanted her wealth shared beyond her immediate family. Royal experts suggest several reasons why Louis might get special treatment. Diana knew what it felt like to be a third child, which might have shaped her plans for future grandchildren. She might have set up private trusts we don't know about yet. Her will might have secret clauses that only take effect under specific conditions. A royal estate specialist explains, high net worth individuals often set up separate trusts with specific instructions that may not become apparent until certain conditions are met. Royal parents usually create trust funds for younger children who won't get income from major titles. Diana might have applied this same thinking to her grandchildren. Diana never got the chance to meet her grandchildren. She had to make plans based on hope rather than real relationships. She might have included forward-thinking provisions that would kick in once William or Harry had a third child, just like her own position in her family. Royal wills stay private, so we can't confirm these theories. Diana's mother and sister, who managed her estate, got approval to change her will after she died. This shows that even clear wishes can change. Her letter of wishes stayed secret for years, which suggests other provisions might still be under wraps. Birth order and symbolic gestures. Birth order plays a huge role in royal inheritance. Prince George will become king after his father and inherit the crown estate and Duchy of Cornwall. Princess Charlotte benefits from the succession to the Crown Act 2013. Her younger brother can't jump ahead of her in line. Prince Louis, at the time fourth in line, looks at a different future. As the third child, he shares Diana's spot in her family tree. This connection might explain why Diana set up special provisions for a third-born grandchild. Louis's path will be unique compared to his siblings. George will take on the Prince of Wales title and later become king. Charlotte keeps her senior succession spot. Louis, like other spares, gets different arrangements. Louis might end up with the Duke of Cambridge title if George becomes Prince of Wales early. Maybe this dukedom has historical weight, even though some call it unlucky because of its troubled past since Charles II's time. The Cambridge curse tells us how all but one of these first dukes died young. This history adds another layer to Louis's connection with the title, creating a story about breaking old patterns of misfortune. Diana's personal story suggests she'd feel close to a third-born grandchild. Her experience as the third child might have inspired her to look after a grandchild in the same position, connecting generations through their shared place in the family. How many grandchildren does Princess Diana have? Princess Diana has 5 grandchildren, although she never had the chance to meet them. These grandchildren are the living embodiment of her legacy, carrying both Spencer and Windsor blood. Each one in their own way reflects an aspect of her character and spirit. Her eldest son, Prince William, has 3 children, with Catherine, Princess of Wales. Prince George, born in 2013, the future king, carries the weight of duty and expectation similar to the pressures Diana experienced as a royal. Princess Charlotte, born in 2015, who many observers note, bears a resemblance to her grandmother, particularly in her confidence and mischievousness. She is a symbol of change, benefiting from the succession to the Crown Act 2013, which ensures her place in the line of succession is not overtaken by her younger brother. Prince Louis, born in 2018, the youngest, and often the scene stealer, with his expressive public appearances, is said to have inherited Diana's independent and free-spirited nature. Her younger son, Prince Harry, has 2 children, with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Prince Archie, born in 2019, who is growing up outside the royal fold in California, reflects Diana's desire for a more normal life for her sons, away from intense media scrutiny. Princess Lilibet, born in 2021, named after the childhood nickname of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and her grandmother, Diana. She represents a bridge between the past and present, carrying the heritage of two iconic royal women. These 5 grandchildren are more than just children in a famous family. They are the bearers of Diana's complex legacy. Both Prince William and Prince Harry have spoken frequently about their wish for their children to know about Granny Diana. Whether through stories, photographs, or inherited heirlooms, Diana's legacy is kept alive through the next generation, ensuring that her impact on the monarchy and the world will never be forgotten. Their existence is a constant reminder of the love, compassion, and rebellious spirit that defined the people's princess.